Once again, watchers of good movies, my name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my white room. Now, today I'm going to be talking about Edge of Tomorrow. This is the new Tom Cruise film, starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, and it is really good. Also, I will be talking about the ending to the film very quickly towards the end of this video, so if you have not seen Edge of Tomorrow, just keep that in mind. I will announce it when I'm about to talk about it, but just know that, and it will give you some incentive to go out and see the film. So, Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, they do fantastic in this movie. I really did like it. Tom Cruise movies are typically kind of hit or miss, but he's always really good in the action he role, and I thought that he did fantastic in this one. I really liked his character. I liked Emily Blunt as her character, and the connection and the chemistry that they had between each other was actually really believable. The action scenes as well, they were spot on. They were great. The film is essentially about Tom Cruise. He plays a man named Cage, and he is someone who does not want to go into the field of combat at all. And he is forced to do this. He tries to get out of it in any way that he possibly can, but he is forced to go in it. In the first time that he is in combat, he dies, killing this alien, and he is granted the abilities to, whenever he dies, he goes back in time to the beginning of that last day. And so he continues to relive these events over and over and over, and eventually he has to try to find out why this is happening. He goes to Emily Blunt's character for this, and then together they try to find a way to win this war against this alien race. So the action scenes and the way the movie does this is really neat, because there's a lot of montages of every time Tom Cruise's character, he goes into this war, this battle, we just see him get killed, and then it just puts us right into that scene again. And then we see him survive that fight and just go into the next one and get killed. And it's just kind of a cool trial and error type of situation. And the movie uses a lot of humor in this regard. There's one scene in particular. The very first battle that he goes into, when he's just scared out of his mind, he's in a combat zone, and he's never been in one before in his life, and this is basically life or death. He has no idea what he's doing. It really captured the emotional feel of that type of situation, like someone who's just a total new recruit and going into combat for the first time. I couldn't possibly imagine what it'd be like, but I feel like it must be terrifying. That scene easily reminded me of D-Day, or at least the portrayals of it that I've seen, just because it was just a slaughter, and that's essentially what D-Day was for a good chunk of it. And it was just a really cool way to do the movie. The aliens in this film are actually really neat. I went into the movie not really knowing anything about it, except for the fact that Tom Cruise's character is able to go back in time to the beginning of each day every time he dies. That's literally like all I knew about this movie. I saw a trailer maybe once, and that was when the first one came out. I have no idea when. The fact that it was like this alien versus humans-esque war, and the way that they had to try to take out these aliens, it was really intriguing to me, because like I said, I had barely watched any footage of it, and I think that is the best way to go about seeing this movie, or seeing any movie for that matter, if you just know the general plot and are interested in that. Aliens, though, the CGI was great. They looked really realistic. Well, not realistic, but they looked really kind of freaky and scary, and there weren't really like any sort of aliens that I had seen before, so that was a neat little feature. The story, like I said, is really well done. It's not really anything that I've seen before, to be honest with you. I'm sure there's films that have tried and done the die, go back in time type of situation, but this is the first one I've seen. I thought they did it really well. And then there is a training montage about maybe halfway through the film, which I thought was done in a really neat fashion. When it's training with Emily Blunt, I thought that was a really neat way to do it, and added some of the comedy and humor to it, and also kind of the disparity that Tom Cruise's character is going through at this point in the story. Overall, go see Edge of Tomorrow. It's really good. I highly recommend it. If you're going to go see Fault in Our Stars this weekend, see this as well. That's what I did, and you won't be disappointed, because both films are really good. I would talk about the ending to the film really quick right now, and so just know, if you have not seen Edge of Tomorrow, probably stray away from this unless you don't care about the ending of the film. This is literally like the end part of the movie that I'm going to talk about. It's basically after Tom Cruise destroys the Omega alien that's controlling all these creatures. He is drowning in the water. I was thinking he was just going to be dead and gone, and that was going to be the end of the movie. We were going to see like celebrations, oh, the war's won and everything, and that'd be the end of that. No. Apparently some of the liquid substance got absorbed by Tom Cruise's character Cage, and he goes into the future this time. This is the only thing that I kind of was confused about, because we see his character drowning in this huge pool of water, and then we see him riding on a helicopter, not dead, in a new body or something. I didn't really understand what the ending was supposed to be. Like, how does he get there? Does he somehow get rescued? It just didn't make that much sense to me. I did like the fact that it's like, oh hey, you're still alive, you're still alive, we can be together now, except she has no memory or recollection of any of the events that have taken place. So that could be tricky to do. But that's my thoughts on the ending to Edge of Tomorrow. Leave your thoughts on the movie itself down in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? I would love to know your opinion on that matter. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. Make sure to go buy my short story called The Bridge down in the description down here. There will be a link to it. And as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell. And once again, keep on watching.